Jeeves, Corelli, we've got the Gladiators making their debut, and it might be the last time we see them. A lot of people favoring Furia in this matchup.
And I don't blame them. I don't think we saw full potential coming out from Furia yesterday. They only put up one goal in their series against KC. It was definitely not the norm coming out from Furia.
Yes, I was very excited to pull the Furia card, and then after the game I was a little less excited, but hopefully we'll see what they do today. A lot of good things going for both teams. It's going to be almost a perfect start for Gladiators. 7 seconds in. Max, you going to turn one in.
And you love to see it with just the tackle right off the bat, just past the halfway mark, and a great way to start off with your Gladiators. They were talking about, you could see them sitting down there. They were smiling, they were having a lot of fun, and I think that goes a long way for teams that are trying to get into a tournament like this. The Des mentioned it, we've already mentioned it's their first time here, and getting that first goal right off the rip, it's got to feel good.
Solid start for Gladiators. The desk not really giving them a chance. And you heard in the interview with the Gladiators, they're looking at this as a stepping stone, something to learn from as they go to the World Championship. Both these teams guaranteed spots at the World Championship.
We'll see if Furia is able to keep that spot. There is potential for South America to only have one guaranteed spot. And if Furia win this, they would be the #1 team in South American points, which would secure their spot. So it's really a matter of how many teams go for Sam, and a win here for them would at least make sure it's them.
So far, Furia in the Sam region fighting from behind. Hit upfield by Maxu. Abs crazy, low boost, 0 boost to be precise, has to watch. The defense comes off the back wall, and now LCT will have boost to challenge, but Card is there first. Solo play chance.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Oh my.
almost getting the double.
And that's twice now. Yan has had a lot of space above Gladiators inside of their own box or on their own side. And they're going to learn very quickly that you can't give Yan that much space. Here they come again, Furia, utilizing the airspace on the Gladiator side so nicely here and setting up very dangerous chances.
And there's the bump, wide open net. That bump off the backboard, you saw it coming, brilliantly executed, and that's a tie game.
Very brief discussion about physicality on the desk before the match. You see it come to bear some fruit here. Furia finding a nice way to even up the score after allowing a 7-second goal. Very well executed, and good to see them find their footing here.
It was a great start there for Gladiators getting that first goal, but you can really see Furia starting to take over as Abs Crazy going to get a demo there on Card to stop the attack, but you really got to slow down how much possession Furia have, especially through the sideline and in the air right now, because Furia just seem to have so much time and space to work with.
A lot of boost as well. You saw Yan get the corner boost steal from the Gladiators side. And now look at all this space. Yan to an air dribble. Abs Crazy gets the bump. LCT trying to take it to the corner, but it's stopped by Card, who goes for the 50, but couldn't win it back.
Got to be careful if you're Gladiators. They're playing a dangerous game. If they lose some of these challenges, their defense certainly not positioned the most optimally. Is here again, really tough fight for Abs Crazy. It's Card one-on-one, and Maxu, huge stop coming out of the net.
That was pretty smart from Maxu, because it wasn't really guaranteed that was going to come across, but Kaio going to get it in the end. Furia back up by 1.
I mean, that whole play started when Abs possession in their half. Yeah, it was a great save, doing the wraparound, the squishy save, but ultimately that pressure culminating in a goal for Furia. Now we've just passed the halfway point. Kickoff chances, rebound out to LCT.
There it is.
The bump, and now we're all tied up again. Gladiators respond.
That is LCT's first goal. Welcome to the major. Glad to have you on the list. You couldn't ask, just get big. And Gladiators locked in. A little smile for him. There you go, you earned it.
Well, they're smiling right now, but Abs Crazy, he was into that goal right there. He was leaning forward, he was yelling, he was excited. And they said, you know, we're here to have a little bit of fun, but they are serious about these matches, and Gladiators definitely earning some respect here against Furia.
Now Kaio up to Card. Card!
What?
Threatening the bump. Did Maxu get bumped as well on their retreat as we take another look on the replay?
I'm pretty sure there were 2 Furia players.
Yeah,
No, maybe
It's
with
tough
another
to tell.
camera. I don't know. Either way, though, absolutely threw him off the scent. Maybe he got pushed, but Furia, take what you can get.
Clearly not what they intended
Yeah.
there from Gladiators.
We weren't equipped with all the camera angles necessary to decipher what happened on that play. But we do know Furia now in the lead. Less than 2 minutes left to go. A strong start from the Gladiators, but it's starting to slip through their fingers.
But you did make a good point earlier, Corelli. Gladiators definitely putting up a pretty stiff fight. It's not like Furia's kind of just running all over him. And Furia felt pretty confident if you caught anything from the VT. They thought Gladiators were kind of slow.
Yeah.
And while they've definitely given up a lot of space, I don't know if slow is necessarily how I've perceived this one.
Well, I think very counterattack oriented here from Gladiators, especially with what they're feeling from Furia in the pressure department. They are spending a lot of time on their own side, but when they are able to push downfield, it's been quite fruitful for Gladiators, and they've really given Furia a run for their money.
But now Yan taking all the way downfield past all 3 Gladiators players. Furia, the shot from Card, that will be saved. Now another shot. Yan putting Furia up by 2.
Not fair. I mean, this is just great positioning. Yeah, Card just going to float out here to the side. He knows the shot can only go one way, but it's actually Yanks who's following, can see the positioning, just gets all the way around the ball. Not easy to square that one up with pace, but double commit on the goal line, pulls Gladiators defenders out of position. They get jumped all over for it.
And now chance off kickoff. But Card shutting the play down, though Apps Crazy did get a piece of it. Maxu can't get the follow-up touch. It's a nice center ball, but as you saw, both Gladiators players flip into the corner.
Very far pushed up there from Gladiators, but you know, they could see the physical game coming out and paying off there for just a split second. Unfortunately, couldn't put anything across the box. Still threatening, though, as that one comes off the ceiling. Follow-up was there, but the defense able to poke it away.
Ooh, and a team bump as well. That's going to make things difficult on the back end. Wide open backboard. That one bangs off the crossbar. But you saw the panic, and it was all stemming from that team bump on the rotation back.
They are trying to get out in front of the play, though, leaving some touches, letting that first player go and attack the ball, trying to open up some gaps in that Furia defense, maybe find a way back with 10 seconds left here, but unlikely. Oh, especially with all that time by. Jeez.
Card going up, getting a flip reset, didn't really pan out, but they're happy to melt that time off the clock. A very dominant game won by Furia. We saw Gladiators strike first, but ultimately Furia's offense was able to prevail over that Gladiators defense.
And you were finally able to see some offense. They only put up 1 goal against KC yesterday. Here today, able to put away 4 in their first game against Gladiators. But again, I got to hand it to Gladiators. There was great opportunities there on the counterattack to take advantage of Furia, because I don't think their defense was completely sorted out here.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of times where they got tangled up with each other. There was that one shot where we were trying to determine if they got bumped on the way back. The net was open. But, you know, Corelli.
This is it. Yeah, he comes out of the corner. I was pretty sure. It's like, hang on, there's no way he just jumped to that and couldn't get to it.
And sometimes you just need that extra camera angle to know what's going on. But also, you know, both of these teams, Corelli, you had mentioned scoring a single goal. You know, Furia and Gladiators, both only a single goal in their series. So someone's going to have to get some momentum going from this. We saw Gladiators have a strong start. But Furia is a team that has been hyped up specifically by Jorby, who has them.
Oh, me too. I like them too.
Yeah, and then also top 6 in Los Angeles. Yeah. So, you know, we expect a lot from them, whereas Gladiators, this is our first real glimpse of them now on the main stage. And I think they put up a performance to be proud of, but defensively, that is where they needed to figure something out.
That's really where it sticks for me, too, that communication and having to deal with the international level of competition, right? Because there's something to be said for, you go out, you win your region as one of the best teams in APAC, and then you have to come and play against some of the fastest, most difficult to defend offenses in the world, and you got to make a small adjustment. And there's definitely a little bit of room of improvement here for Gladiators as Furia open up game 2.
And again, just a lot of space here from Furia and just not getting to the ball fast enough from Gladiators. And Furia, they're such a quick team. Talk about the speed coming up from South America. They will go for everything. And when that ball comes close to the ground, especially with that much time coming from the ceiling, Furia gonna take advantage.
And also, if you're Maxu, you're thinking, you know, maybe that's gonna be a ground pinch shot, but then the shot came out, caught out of position, 8 seconds in already, you're seeing the damage Furia can do. A double commit on the back line. Yan, pinch up, gets bumped. If he's able to dodge that bump from LCT, maybe had a solo play there. That ball ping-ponging off Card. Kaio, great speed, demoed out of the air.
Whoa.
Nobody
Whoa.
makes contact.
Oh boy.
Oh, unlucky. Okay. I was about to say, you missed some of those challenges. That's what I was worried about, and you find yourself in some less than enviable positions. Gladiators have managed to recover nicely, though.
You can see how dangerous it is for Furia. A lot of balls coming across the Gladiators box where they're keeping control of it, keeping the attack on and not letting the Gladiators out. Right now, though, a good attack. And unfortunately, Maxu couldn't get behind it far enough, and Furia able just to lob it downfield.
That's crazy, going for the dribble out. LCT will have some time. Goes for the flick, but it's stopped by Kaio. Solo play perhaps, flip reset, but that's shut down by Card.
And one thing that we were saying in the intermission as well is it really is a battle of expectations, right? Furia coming from the Winter Major, I think there's higher expectations for them, not only by fans, but from themselves, right? With the performance that they put on. They expect to push top 6 again, and right now, well, they're on their way. They get their second here against Gladiators.
And this is a tough ball to defend. You see Card, the back pass, LCT thinking maybe he's got some time, but doesn't. Maxu retreating back, needs to get a touch on that ball, and with him flying by, a wide open net for Furia, who have had a strong start. They scored 8 seconds in. Seemed like they were dominant based on how they finished game 1, and they're really carrying that over to game 2.
Can they get that?
Called him off.
Okay, I was about to say the movement there from Furia on the ball was absolutely stunning. Little dish into the middle, instantly ran up the side wall to give themselves another passing outlet with a big cross across the field. They're really trying to spread out Gladiators, and it's generating some great opportunities on target.
So the Gladiators can do with this ball. App's crazy by 1, doesn't have enough boost to get back to the ball. LCT up, a pinch opportunity. Now that would have been a highlight.
You could see the setup from that one. The pinch definitely, if they got the right angle, was going straight into the net.
Now Yan taking his time in the corner, flip reset pass. LCT tip up and a demo. Numbers advantage potentially.
They are trying to go so aggressive still.
Oh no, low boost side flips. The low boost side flips, that can be dangerous, especially defensively. There's a weak hit to the middle LCT, something in between a pass and a shot. Now the 50, that one bouncing back to the corner. LCT trying to get around it, but Kaio right on him. Furia not giving them any time on these 50s.
It's the right play for Max. You just come across and punt it down the field. You need the space. You have to have the room to breathe because you have been losing a little bit of that boost control battle. James, you brought it up in the first game. The blue steals in the corner, and this time almost getting caught out again, but still just able to hold on.
And I like what we're seeing from Gladiators, at least on offense. They're really gung-ho about pushing it down, and hold on, they gotta make another save.
Wow.
As Furia can't break through, but Gladiators, I mean, they really throw everything at Furia when they move down the field, especially inside the Furia box. You can see all of Gladiators crashing it, and unfortunately, haven't come through yet here in game 2, as they're gonna have to field this shot. Yan wants another touch, and no one there to follow up for Furia, but he's still getting touches somehow, and Gladiators do get out for the moment.
Maxu and LCT both going for it. Lots of rebound opportunities for Furia. App's crazy in his own corner, trying to get it past Yan. Yan will tip it up. LCT doesn't make contact. The dribble control. Yan with some precision turning there, almost taking it to the Gladiators.
Yeah, he really could have scooped the defense, but now an opportunity. Everyone going the shot on target, and it's blocked by Card. Gladiators, another good look, but turned away.
But how do you score this one is the problem, or defend, I should say. He almost got caught again, too far forward, but 45 seconds left. There's been some decent counterattacks from Gladiators, but that general sustained pressure from Furia combined with that early lead just doesn't feel like there's enough in the tank.
Oh, that was a nice idea. Maxu going for the infield pass. App's crazy. Thinking back to his own corner, Yan trying to get the light first touch. We've seen a lot of space given to Furia and a lot of flip resets that lead into rebound chances.
Yeah, some of these plays from Yan. It looked like he's playing free play from the corner on the
Oh.
Gladiator side.
Did you see that, Kirill?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That was a tragic team bump. I mean, I like the idea, the little backflip into the ball, regain possession, and then everybody on Gladiators is thinking, quick, it's time to go, and then you just give one up with 3 seconds left, and that's just stretching it where you don't really need to. You're trying to make something happen, and you end up just getting in each other's way, and a little bit of a collapse. Definitely going to put a sour note to the end of game 2.
And even there, a double commit at the midfield. you're seeing the speed of Furia. You know, and many people, like we had said before, had Furia going deep. We've seen them have some incredible wins in the past, and they are starting to play like that team that we saw play in Los Angeles. 2-0, Furia now up over Gladiators. They could send them home in one more game.
I feel like for Gladiators, I was just mentioning how there are a lot of half chances or chances downfield where maybe one touch is off and then they lose the ball.
Yeah.
But I feel like because of the speed combined with how encouraged Gladiators are to move downfield, especially all three of them pushing the Furia box, they've been
really
caught.
do.
They've been caught multiple times on the counterattack from Furia. Even in the last goal, you've seen that. And then you just scramble to get back, and Furia have so much control on the ball with the flip reset and just the control off the backboard and the corners as well. It's been tough for Gladiators just to bring the ball down, slow the game down, and then proceed downfield.
Yeah. Every time they try to slow the game down, they're getting 50'd.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, going right back over their backboard. They're low on boost, and then, you know, they don't have the boosted challenge. So you're seeing Furia just, oh, I'll take an amazing first touch off the wall going into a flip reset and then force you to guess what I'm going to do. You know, Furia, they're in full control of this game.
That is probably exactly where I think Furia is trying to angle themselves when they perceive Gladiators as a slow team. It's like, okay, you have this type of approach, and when you try and just get up in front of the ball, we're already fast enough to understand what you're doing. There's not enough mix-up. There's not enough misdirection. We know what you're going to do, and we can definitely position around that and make good decisions. And the ball control, as you mentioned, is simply at a higher tier for Furia that gives them a lot more opportunities.
See what Gladiators can do. They started out this series with a goal, shut out last game, and this is their tournament life on the line. They have to get this next win.
Again, another decent look, and they might push it through again. Gladiators has a couple good looks right off the rip here in 30 seconds. And maybe another one. Surely someone gets over this one. LCT can't get over it. At least put it on target. And Gladiators still trying to threaten, but everyone running out of boosts. And Furia, get out.
Nice flick. Powerful off the backboard. LCT just plays the miss.
He's like, nah, you don't have it.
Let's go for it. The flip reset blocked by Kaio. And there's the speed to go for Furia as well.
Gladiators definitely trying to get a lot more in front of these plays, starting to try and really pressure that Furia defense. But here's the problem. You give a lot back the other way, and you get punished.
Oh, Card with the royal flush on this one. Tap past the defender. Get the backboard read. That was gorgeous.
He's the king for a reason, James. And with the speed from Furia combined with the mechanics, as we've been mentioning, it's an easy double tap for him. Furia striking first here in game 3. Maybe another one as a follow-up there. That's a great block from LCT. And Gladiators, here they are, slowing the game down. And this is what we wanted from them. Maybe a second touch, but he got bumped out of the way. But that was great from Gladiators. They brought that ball down. They forced Furia to kind of back up and regroup. And they generated a quality chance to move downfield.
But now you're seeing Yan pre-jumping. That's how much confidence he's got. But even on that last play, that bump on the Gladiators player, that was a double tap ball. You saw, looked like the first touch was good. The Gladiators showing some life, showing some promise. But Yan is showing clips.
He's putting him to sleep.
That's a pretty good flip reset, and what to make matters worse, got on top of the ball, able to drive it down right through the defense. Huge goal.
Such fluid motion, how quickly they can get that car turned around underneath the ball to get that flip. So good at disguising it. Now another goal, bar down. Kaio will put this one in. Furia up 3-0.
And what can you do if you're Gladiators? We've talked about it. They're a little bit outclassed here, especially in the speed and mechanics department. We say it over and over again. It just keeps happening for Furia. So quick to that ball. Double taps coming left and right for Furia. And it's going to be a long 3 minutes here if Gladiators can't right the ship.
And this is where you see that major experience come into play. Furia,
they've
been here before. They know how it goes. But
can't hesitate.
Gladiators, they're getting that valuable experience. They said it in their interview, that stepping stone before Worlds. And you know, some lessons can be hard to learn.
So what do you do?
If
you're getting double
what happens? Yeah.
Oh my,
Go ahead, explain it to Chiefs.
I'm trying to figure out what you do if you're Gladiators when you're down 3 with 2.5 minutes left on an elimination game while getting double demoed. And it's just like, well, respawn, try and grab the 100 boost and figure out a way, like you were talking about, Curly, change that pace of play. You have to give yourself options, chances for possession.
Yeah, and around one, trying to keep it close, gets it around, Card, wide open net. And Furia keeps baiting in the Gladiator defense and then dribbles around him.
And Gladiators, again, very, very willing to move downfield so quickly and just not able to get back in time. The counterattack game, just from the speed alone from Furia, is what's putting away all these goals. You're seeing a lot of open nets, or a lot of open space on the Gladiator side after they just had an attack. And Furia certainly showing how to take advantage of that with their speed here in this series.
Another backward will have to be denied. It was not denied, but still no shot from Furia came in. LCT looking for Apps Crazy. Apps Crazy a tap back, but nobody was there. You even saw Maxu kicking it into reverse to get that mid boost.
It's not even fair, man. I mean, they've got the okay idea of, they understand that the defense needs to speed up. They can't allow, you know, some things to just bounce. Like, Gladiators have definitely figured that out by this point. The next stepping stone is, okay, we're also getting beat on the challenges, and you're just able to pull it off the goal line, but the positioning from Furia, yeah, all right, put him to sleep.
It's shot after shot, punch after punch. I mean, a great save from Apps Crazy, but then you got someone else from Furia coming in to take that shot. And I mean, yeah, you need to get up and challenge. You need to deny the backboard, but also you got to have boost to do that. Otherwise, you're just grounded. And with how quick Furia's been, we're seeing them snag those back boosts. We're seeing them put the ball high, forcing Gladiators out. We're seeing double commits. It's just so difficult for the Gladiators to hang with the speed of Furia.
It's that equilibrium in Rocket League, right? You need to have the speed on offense, but you got to get back on defense as well. And that's what Furia has actually done so well here in this game, is each individual player has created so much chaos on the Gladiator side that they don't really have to stretch out between offense and defense. There's another one for Kyle, a hat trick for him, 6-0 for Furia as they're running away here in game 3.
And then you saw that double commit LCT creeping out into the middle, not necessarily the wrong play, but you're the last one back after that double commit. You kind of gotta go.
Just has to try and cover it. It's just well placed.
6-0, a blowout in game 3. Furia not pulling any punches.
7? Well, Card, that's what? Is that for this game? I think that's for this game.
Do you Brazil?
Nah.
As a Brazilian team?
Nah.
You don't do that?
That one stings too much when it's where you're from.
It's too close to home.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I don't think they do.
Well, we'll find out. Less than a minute to go. Furia, a stunner of a game 3. Will we see a?
That's not even fair.
Yes, we will. Kyle with 4.
So what?
Laps all around.
But why do you say that at Chiefs?
It's not fair because how do you defend it? You throw it off the backboard 3-4 times.
He could have scored.
He could have scored. And they're just like, nah, we got to make them look like they just can't handle it.
Putting dents in the backboard.
8-0. Furia looking to get some momentum. They got shut out pretty badly yesterday, and they could use with a little boost.
Okay. Oh,
now another one. That one's saved by Maxu. We'll see if Gladiators can prevent at least the shutout. Net looks open. Maxu not able to make the play low on boost. LCT also missing the shot.
I think this is a great game for Furia, obviously because they're winning, but I think just to kind of get into this major as well.
You had to settle in.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're just looking this from the Furia perspective, this was the type of game that you needed. We're sitting on stage, we're playing well, everything's working for us. It's kind of just a confidence boost for them, especially when they went up against KC, we're only able to put up 1 goal.
This was our first elimination match of the day, and it's Gladiators who will be taken down by Furia, who will move on to play FaZe.
Well, you said it the best, James. There's some tough lessons you got to learn at LAN sometimes, and this is one of them here.
Which lesson are you picking? I feel like you might have learned.
You can't hesitate. You can't double commit. You got to make sure you hit the ball if you go for it.
And don't